Welcome back. Communities in Ogbaru local government area in Anambra State may soon witness a series of infrastructure facelifts following a visit to that area by the wife of the state's governor, Mrs. Ebele Obiano. Mrs. Obiano, who is touring 4 critical communities in Ogbaru, is hoping to provide succor to indigent widows and vulnerable children through her pet project, Caring Family Enhancement Initiative, CAF.
Just as her husband sets out weekly to the field, working and conducting groundbreaking ceremonies for projects, Mrs. Ebele Obiano is in that work mood by touring communities. But first, she has this marshy and swampy terrain still under construction in Ogbikpele community of Ogbaru local government to contend with. They, however, make it to the other side, arriving their destination to seek out areas of intervention.
For 4 years now, we have not had supply of electricity.
Next is Akiliogidi, where the traditional institution, elders, women and children all troop out to receive the governor's wife. The woman leader, while commending the women-friendly administration of Governor Obiano, takes the opportunity to speak on the deplorable state of their road.
We will use this opportunity to make this request confronting our community for long. The people of Akilogidi, Obagwe and Ogbikpele has remained without road for 40 years. We request Her Excellency to appeal to our amiable husbands to bring smiles to our faces.
Obiagwe breaks into excitement as the women receive the governor's wife with the traditional riverine dance, which she also dances to excitedly. As the fanfare dies down, Ms. Obiano reveals to the people that the ongoing road construction embarked by the governor on the 62-kilometer Ogbaru road will terminate at the oil-rich Obiagwe. She also calls on the youth to key into the youth empowerment program of her pet project and be self-reliant.
APGA as a political party does a lot of developmental projects. APGA made possible for an access road to go through Ogbaru for the first time, and the present administration is continuing with it, and it will get to the all-rich Ogbikpele community. We appeal to the youth to queue into the program, and it won't just stop at learning a skill. I will train you and empower you to start up your own business. That is my position today.
The tour is rounded off at Umunanko, where more gift items, including school bags, bag of rice, and monetary tokens are distributed to the less privileged.
Mfum is a border town in Cross River State, south Nigeria, where residents feel neglected as infrastructure decay and lack of basic amenities takes center stage. The town between Nigeria and Cameroon currently cannot boast of power supply, potable water, and updated machinery for security operations. Our community report tonight focuses on the call of Mfum residents to the government to come to their aid.
Now you're talking.
Mfum is one of the several border towns in Cross River State. The town between Nigeria and Cameroon in the Ajaso community of Etun local government area usually attracts heavy security presence, painting a picture of a border town. It's often a beehive of activity here, as citizens of both countries engage in trade. However, a cursory look around shows a town that reeks of neglect, with dilapidating and old infrastructure dotting every space. This the people see as unbecoming of a border town.
I've been complaining about this electricity, and I see this as an opportunity for us to cry out to government that if there's no way we can have this light, they should stop deceiving us. They should come and remove their wires so that we know that we'll continue burning our generators.
Because the fair price now here, I heard I think it's 116 naira for a litre, which we can't be affording it every day. So we really need a NEPA government to come to our aid. We are really suffering.
As significant as the Mfum post is to both Nigeria and Cameroon, security operations here are still largely manual. These may have also created leaks in the system.
There are so many leakages across the border, especially along the villages and the water side.
You can see that all other agencies here are working on generator. As you see here, there are no high-tech equipment for monitoring of activities here in the border.
As far as the paramount ruler of the town is concerned, the state of Mfum town speaks of scant attention the government pays to vital issues.
Like an international border, or like what they say, first impression matters a lot. And when you get to a place like this, you're supposed to see fantastic buildings, hotels, every other thing. So we don't look at our officers. They don't have better quarters to live, but they work for the government.
A visit here by the country's representative, United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, as well as a marching order from the state governor that all localities must be connected to the national grid, is raising hopes that operations here may soon take a new shape.
So we need specialized equipment, otherwise the officials cannot work. So I think this border visit will also help us to identify the gaps together with the government, and then also hopefully be able to look for more funds than to be able to support also in the future the government of Nigeria.
His major and our major task now and onward is to ensure that all the communities that have no light should be provided with light. It's a marching order he has given us just now.
Residents of Mfum may have heard these promises in the past, but would these make any difference this time around?
Etisalat, now you're talking.
In a bid to further reduce stress and put smiles and laughter on the faces of Nigerians, telecoms company MTN says it's bringing comedy like never before in all in one place known as the Comedy Plus. At a formal launch of the innovative service in Lagos, the General Manager, Brands and Communication, Richard Ewianoge, says Comedy Plus is an exciting service that allows you to watch funny comedy videos and skits on your phones to relieve stress. Comedy Plus is available in a weekly and monthly plan.
Guests, friends, comedians and management of telecoms company MTN as they make their way into this venue in Lagos. It's a celebration of comedy as the telecoms operator formally launches the service called Comedy Plus, a video streaming service that allows customers watch comedy clips of about 1 to 5 minutes by streaming on phones.
One of the things MTN brings to the market is we want to make the lives of our customers a whole lot brighter. And we think comedy is one of those things that we can bring to the table to help the lives of Nigerians to be a lot more brighter. So beyond the gloom and the field of woe that we hear every day, let's have a reason why people should be happy and to smile.
MTN is not alone. Comedy industry players are in the house to lend their support.
MTN Comedy Plus has done an amazing thing for us that we've been trying to do over time, but we couldn't do. We have never had an association for comedians. So MTN Comedy Plus, indirectly, you have created an association for us. A place where there's a convergence of all our thoughts and processes, intellectual property and content.
For the telecoms company, monetizing content is one way the comedy industry can keep thriving.
Our goal is to discover talent, to expose talent, to give talent a platform to monetize their work, to encourage other comedians to also come on board.
So how can Nigerians latch on?
You download the app onto your phone and then you subscribe for the service, and then you have unlimited access to comedy clips, skits and shows and so on and so forth.
At the event, 2 veterans are honored for their contribution to the comedy industry. With this latest edition, MTN says its overriding mission is to be a catalyst for Nigeria's economic development, not only through the provision of world-class communications, but also with innovative services.
Consummate and Cannibalism is an exhibition by May Okafor looking to promote made-in-Nigeria goods. Our review tonight takes a look at a young lady on a quest to urge Nigerians to desist from depending on foreign products.
The Revolving Art Incubator Place hosts contemporary artist May Okafor and her exciting work of art, Installations, which discusses national issues with a rather unique concept.
It talks about the infiltration of foreign goods and services into Nigeria, into homes, into offices, into every aspect of our lives. You know, we buy a lot of imports, we eat these things, we process these things, and, you know, by processing I mean some of them are like foodstuffs.
In her solo exhibition titled Consummates and Cannibalism, this artist looks at the consumer culture of Nigeria and how little things like toothpicks are purchased from beyond our shores.
We have bamboos all over the bushes, but down to toothpicks made of bamboos, we're importing them from China. Down to cotton board for your ear, we're importing them for what? So my project generally is talking about the fact that these importations are eating us up. We have to rethink, we have to check it. We should in fact look beyond the government.
Through these works of art, she creates a platform for national discourse, making one wonder why a nation blessed with so many natural resources can be termed to be so needy.
A lot of services in Nigeria are imported. These days, people build houses and the masons are even imported, down to the masons, down to the tilers, down to the roofers. You know, so to me it's a thing of concern, and the material I am working with particularly is apple crates, the crates from apples. You know, it is marveling how these crates come in quantums, because they come with these apples that themselves come in quantum. So in our dustbins you discover a lot of crates there, and they are waste. They are made of styrofoam. These things are difficult to dispose. They are non-biodegradable. So we are endangering our ecosystem. Our eco-waste is piling up because of import.
Why can't we be loud and proud of our own? That's just one of the many questions that plagues this artist's mind.
In sports news, Nigeria's remaining representative in this year's CAF Champions League, Rangers International of Enugu, have crashed out of the competition. The NPFL champions this evening defeated Egypt's Zamalek 2-1 with Tope Olusheni and Godwin Aguda, scoring both goals at the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium. It was, however, not enough to see Rangers through as they bowed out of the continent's biggest club competition, 5-3 on goals aggregate. Both Rangers and Rivers United now drop into the CAF Confederation Cup playoff round. Lagos-based club side MFM FC this evening defeated league leaders Plateau United 2-1 to cut the lead of the Jos-based team by 1 point with the game in hand. A brace from 10-goal talisman Stephen O'Day guaranteed the Lagos outfit the maximum points, while Joshua Agbaje scored the consolation for the Tin City side. The win against the Jos side takes MFM FC's total earning to 24 points, one behind leaders Plateau United with a match in hand against Rivers United.
He made hay. Now sticking on that was one of the O's, giving another O this time. Peter Energy. He lived to remember this for a long time. And the second goal, just the second this season, that MFM have considered here in Agege. They've been that mean defensively. For a referee.
Tottenham Hotspurs this evening overcame the absence of leading scorer Harry Kane to secure a hard-fought 2-1 win over Southampton that ensures they remain second in the table heading into the international break. Mauricio Pochettino's men made it 10 consecutive wins at the White Hart Lane in the league and cemented their bid to finish in the top 4 thanks to first half goals from Christian Eriksen and Dele Alli. Manchester City are now 12 points behind Chelsea in the title race after pulsating 1-1 draw with Liverpool at the Etihad. Earlier, Manchester United returned to winning ways with a 3-1 win over struggling Middlesbrough. The win means United moved to 5th place in the league. And still ahead on the news at 10, an Australian couple that has toured 32 countries in the last 3 years is currently in Nigeria, savouring the sights and sounds of the Southwest. To join us again.